Okay, let's try this. Let's roll, yeah? 10-sided dice. 1. Okay, you need to trust me because I have to lift it. 1. There it was. Upside down. And 9. Okay, yeah, rolled 9. There we go. It's also upside down anyway. So 1, 9, so that's 19. Right, let me see if I can read it without my glasses on because I don't like to have them on too much. 19. So my testimonial number 19 in my document says, right, so gonna read some little snippets. So she is easy, speaking of me, she is easy to get along with, very flexible, and my daughter has found her very helpful with her maths. Okay, yes, I guess that's why they left the nice review. But this student was about, it was a secondary school student, and it's been a long time ago because I'm thinking who this student was, what we did. So some students are just like everything goes really smooth and easy, and it's not like I forgot about them, but because there have been so many hundreds, yeah, it's not always that easy to remember. So what we did, yes, oh right, I know. This was a student who we did quite a short tuition. I think that I was moving or something, going somewhere further away or something, so we couldn't kind of continue but longer because the tuition wasn't online back then. So actually this is just something that shows how online tuition actually is useful, because even if you move or even if the tutor moved, this has actually happened to me quite a few students. Either they moved and we couldn't continue because they say didn't want to continue online, or it wasn't back then, many years ago, like 2 decades ago, for example, there wasn't as many great online tools to actually run online tuition really easily and successfully for the student to learn really well. So it usually turned out that's the end of the story, unfortunately for us. So this was one of the students when we just couldn't continue. So, well, the tutoring went well, and as you can see from what I read, they were happy. We just had to end earlier maybe than when we would want it to, because just back then the technology wasn't like that, or maybe they might have not trust the technologies like that. Maybe it was already, I don't know, because I was not really doing online tutoring back then. So again, this is just showing that while face-to-face is great and maybe online will not always work for everyone, I believe this would have been one of the students when, if we could carry online further, if that was back then but more of my setup, we could have done much more and much better things, and you know, if they were happy with me, they could have continued longer. So yeah. So there you go. If you ever have a tutor and you do face-to-face and anything happens at all that it feels like, say, they moving or you moving or whatever is the deal, then just try to consider perhaps online tuition with them, with the tutor. It doesn't have to be me, it could be any tutor, but I think it's a good advice. Just give it a go, because sometimes I have inquiries and people ask to do in person, and I cannot do, but actually don't. Not like a regular tuition, I don't have the space for it. Just the one odd consultation here and there I might take in my place. So and then when I said just try the online with me, and those who do, they generally, most of them are surprised and are happy, and then they continue online. So again, the best advice I can give you, remembering from this testimonial, actually is that if you're happy with your tutor and you cannot continue the way you used to work, such as, for example, face-to-face, in-person tuition, and they often the option to go online, try it. You might be surprised, even if you may think it's not quite that good, even if you used to, COVID, homeschooling, kind of that sort of thing. It was horrible, terrible, for most people it was, but that's not what online tuition is. So I wish we had that option back then and could have continued with the student who once again said that basically she found me very helpful with her maths. So it could have been helping much longer. But yeah, I hope everything went well with that student. I'm sure it did. She was very bright. So okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to say for this testimonial. Let's see, we're gonna roll another one another time, and what sort of snippet or memory or something I can share that hopefully will be somehow helpful to you. one way or another. like this advice. If it happens and online tuition seems like that might be the only option, just at least try. It may turn out to be better than you think.